So, okay. Default Helix is defensive by nature, like objectively. Well, when Derfla uses it. Because, you know, he uses Ice Dragon and Guardian Fray.
It's
very potent shutdown kit. I wonder how it's going to fare against the... I think he used double Rams last time? I'm not sure.
It's against GiantDwarf.
Yeah. You've been smart.
It's always a scary time when that Ice Dragon hits. I mean, it still shakes me. It still shakes some people.
Yeah, there's lots of avenues he can take.
It's just like a constant fight for the top two because that Guardian's going to be coming in straight down the middle, and you have to get around it somehow. And meanwhile, there's this giant barrage of lasers.
You can shut down so many different paths that you want to take. But of course, he does have those Rams that can just go right around the Guardian. So. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
And it's no lie that once someone is inside a defensive Helix like that, he's going to have a hard time to get that guy off him.
So now he's going to be going for Dragon and Ram here. The Battle of the Dragons going on right now.
Oh, this is a very familiar strategy GiantDwarf is using, right? Steel? I think I'm rubbing off on people.
Derfla's triumphant return to the STL Arms scene. Starting off with a bang here.
Oh, yeah. Like going in for the perfect. I don't think GiantDwarf knows what he was messing with when he entered this bracket with Derfla.
Rusty? I don't think so. Derfla looking shiny as heck
Derfla
right
been
now.
on the grind, and we all know it.
He's been on the ranked grind. I know he's been on the ranked grind today. I can tell you that.
Derfla using his trademark strategy, trying to go in, blast this guy from a distance. And
now there was a strategy. There was a strategy that Derfla cooked up accidentally. Oh, he gets him with the Guardian from downtown to score at perfect ground. You see that sharp curve the Guardian made?
That's always the worst part. You think it's gone, and then it hits you in the back.
Exactly. Like, where did it go? But there was a strategy that Derfla had shown me. He actually landed it on me once in a match. When he's rushing you, he can do what's called a restand. So if he behaves with Guardian in a certain way during rush, when the rush is over, you won't be like blasted away, but instead you'll just be stunned, which means he can follow up with like a grab.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I need to see this now.
Hopefully he can replicate this here during this tournament. I would sure love to see a restand happen.
GiantDwarf is trying his best to stay away from that dragon, but is poking in at all the wrong times. Every time when GiantDwarf tries going for a charged Ram, that dragon just comes in to wake him up.
He scoops, he looks in there, and he finds that rush. Yeah. 340 damage. Derfla might have to... he's either going to try and push him back out, or he might want to take a more aggressive route, but he has to be aware of this Guardian. This Guardian can just... he'll throw out Guardian, then he'll throw out Ice Dragon above it, and be like, oh, I can just jump over this Ice Dragon. But then Guardian just shows up from behind you like, I'm still here, don't forget about me.
Not to mention Guardian is also strangely hard to jump over.
It's really... And if he times the extra, the surge forward, if he times it right, it can follow you up, and the jump won't even matter.
Oh, man.
Guardian, very dangerous arm.
And now it looks like GiantDwarf is figuring out a little bit better on how to counter all of Derfla's tactics.
Now that he's got two Rams, and one of which can do a really good job of getting around the Guardian, he's going to have to rely on using that Ice Dragon, kind of trade with the Ram, but he is going to land that rush.
I'm surprised. Derfla usually waits for a stun to get a rush in.
But he just went right in there.
Oh wow! So the Ram scoop him right up from the ground and sort of take him to the end of the rush.
Something of a buzzer beater there to take the second round.
Yeah.
And he's definitely looking like he's got a second life. He's gonna go with double boards.
Straight back from the perfect.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, the fake out.
Never mind.
Sneaky fake out.
The fake out. He's actually still using Ice Dragon Guardian. I even talked about that before the stream started. And then
Why did it?
I see.
Is there a rule for a screen peeking? Because I know that can be so important, even in ranked.
Well, I mean, that's probably why that was implemented. Well, you can't screen peek in ranked, but offline you can definitely do that. I think that's why they included that, because it's like, oh, I want to see what arms my opponent's picking, so I can see what kit would be best against it. But then
exactly.
Derfla just showed us why that does not work. Well, it's only if you choose to do it. You can do it. You can not do the secret pick like that.
Just show you thunder with what you're used to.
Exactly. This is what I'm going to use against you. That's.
And there's gonna be nothing you can do about it.
He knows whenever he's going to land that charged Guardian, he just knows because he does it. He goes right into rush directly after it.
Helix is just standing there menacingly. Oh! Gets right in under the rush, taking out the floor.
Now hold on, is that a double perfect or not? I don't think that's a double perfect.
It was, but I lost a round.
It what? Okay. Well, they're all playing. We'll talk about it later. Because I'm not unsure. I'm unsure what the ruling for that is.
Oh, so. Good picture. Save that for the family.
Did you take a capture? Oh, you demon!
He's gonna put one in the books for every single guy he's taken.
STL's Helix looking as strong as ever.
All right, how's Giant Dwarf going to respond? Is he gonna stay with the MinMin, try to counterpick stage, or is he gonna try to pick a secondary we don't know about?
Counterpick character or counterpick stage? Very important choice to make. He's going to stay with MinMin. What if you could do a blind pick for characters?
Oh,
like you
Fake 'em
like
out.
you picked MinMin, and then when it goes to the stage selection,
It's
turns
called
into like brass or something.
It's called accidentally trying to pick a color and then going one left over
Yes,
to play
I do
Master
that
Mummy.
too much. I do that too much.
I'm very proud to say that the last time it happened to me when I accidentally picked Master Mummy, I took that game.
Let's go, in, man. So they're currently picking the stage here for game 2.
Thank you.
Is it? Let's go. Where they going? You got Mausoleum?
Mausoleum again?
Come on.
Huh?
Did you just get a bad rep on that stage, Giant Dwarf? Like you really gonna show what you mean? I know what it was. The trampoline didn't come out soon enough.
Yeah, that was the problem.
That can mean the world. The trampoline means the world in this
The
stage.
trampoline like can change it so much that I kind of don't know how to feel about it being like a neutral stage when it's like could become a severe counterpick
Right.
when that thing comes out.
Speaking of neutral stages,
Oh man, the new and shiny sparring ring.
first appearance of sparring ring, I think, in an official offline tournament. I think that is
Another record for the STL books.
another, exactly, something else to go down in the STL Arms books.
Oh man,
No, it's not.
this place is riddled with mystery
used
right
it?
now. As a bunch of stuff is being teased about the symbols.
Stream stuff and they use it as an offline tournament.
Oh, really? Well, then it must have been Catch These Arms,
Alright.
from NYC.
Giant Dwarf trying to retreat from that Guardian as best he can, but that just puts him right in the range of the dragon.
Let me just say right now that if STL and NYC would have an arms crew battle, I think it's pretty obvious to say who would come out on top there.
Pretty obvious.
I know they have resolve, but what? And they have cat fight? Oh,
It's a little bit more even than you think. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty even. But we're focusing on. I'm gonna start focusing on this game right here,
Oh,
game 2 on
thank
Sparring.
you.
Uh-huh.
Your audience thanks you. All right, Giant Dwarf still staying on the outside, can't quite get in, and that rush is sitting there being menacing.
He wants to land that incognito guardian like that, but he's too far away to do it. He's thinking that maybe he might need to start closing in just a little bit to make sure like he can land at max range. He tries to get the guardian, but he's like, I'm actually gonna rush. And you're gonna take a lot of damage, and that almost ties it up. Derfla still with a little bit of health advantage right there.
And sitting on a rush himself.
I thought the guardian was charged. I thought that was gonna be a rush right there. Oh. Nope, it actually knocks him away instead.
As long as Giant Dwarf is in the air, he can't really connect that rush.
Exactly.
Oh, but he can get that
Smart
in.
move. That was a smart move by Derfla.
Save and rush for the second round.
Because I don't even think the rush would have reached him. It wouldn't have reached him in time, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, no, it would have reached in time since they buffed Guardian stun time.
I see. Yeah, you're right. But it's still a smart decision to save meter there as we go into the second round.
Speaking of buffing stun times, can I get a buff for Megawatt stun time?
Please, it's so short and it's so big.
It takes forever to come back by the time
Yeah,
you
exactly.
try to do anything if you're not
You're
right
done.
up in their face.
Oh, he invalidates both of
Whoa.
those punches with a rush. That was great use of that mechanic that a lot of people take for granted.
Oh man! And on this stage, there's not a lot you can do to approach this Helix at all.
Exactly. It's right out there in the open. There's no like pillars to stand behind.
Oh,
but
he could
finds that
do
ram ramp.
something like that.
Yeah, and that's a pretty small right. No, it's not. Was he? No, wait. That was a pretty small. Was that dragon arm or not?
It was.
Okay, it was. Okay. He still manages to find that ram to hit him in that dragon tower mode.
Oh boy, I thought for sure that Megawatt was going to get in there, but Derfla did the whop and just
Crossing
got right
him
out
up
of
with
there.
those arms, yeah. The beam almost reaching it, but not quite.
Doesn't matter how many hits for the Guardian takes. Like a heavy arm hitting it, would only
It's
take
three.
Like, it's still three.
It's 3 regardless of weight, yeah. Unless you hit it with another guardian.
But it can be like a rush heavy arm, it'll still fall out in one.
Yeah. Wait, heavy arms knock it down after 1?
No, I mean the heavy arm will fall.
Giant
I
Dwarf
see.
is stuck in that corner. All
Really
right.
a shutdown game right now from Derfla. He's using that speed to avoid the guardian and avoid the ice dragon. He's like, you see how he was curving that beam, but he's like, it was never able to get to him because he rushed. He was running so far away from it.
Giant Dwarf tries for a grab, but he gets denied there.
Look at this movement from Derfla right now.
I'm in
Derfla
awe.
moving from both of these players.
Goodness. And the grab from under. The grab from down under. Ew.
Nail puts the final nail in the coffin.
One toe twitch.
Wait a minute. Remember when I said I was going to keep track of the scores?
I do remember when you said you were going to keep track of the
lied.
scores. Hey, 2-0 on Derfla.
Just skip right. Just